Georgia has released a film about a recently detained alleged Russian spy network. The Kremlin has blasted Tbilisi's accusations, calling them a political farce. And as RT's Ekaterina Grachova found out, the Georgian story seems to be falling apart at the seams.
The hammer and sickle, vodka and the FSB. Only a beautiful girl is missing. In this movie, Georgians have used classical Russian stereotypes to put zest into this spy thriller. It's Georgian state TV's version of the arrest of 15 people accused of being Russian spies. In reality, the only evidence Tbilisi is given to relatives is the apparent confession of one of those arrested, a super agent who actually turned out to be a Georgian spy.
I personally enrolled him. He was my agent from 92 to 94. After the Rose Revolution, he was recruited to work for Georgian intelligence. Also, his brother runs the security service of the whole Republic of Abjaria. I assert it officially. This man is a Georgian agent.
But the story certainly doesn't end there, especially for Ruslan. TV spy stories don't usually interest him. Yet this one caught his eye. One of the suspects appeared to be his father.
In May this year, my dad went to Georgia to visit relatives. On the border, he was thoroughly interrogated on where he was going to stay. They photographed him and took away sweets he was bringing for his nephews. 2 days later, he was arrested. He never contacted us afterwards. We found out about his arrest by chance and were shocked.
6 months ago, the 63-year-old was detained for crossing the border, allegedly with a fake ID and trying to sell counterfeit dollars, landing him with 18 years in jail. It's only now that Skrilnikov's being accused of spying for Russia, but his family says espionage is beyond the ailing pensioner's ability. Did your father use computer internet?
No, he barely used a cell phone. He learned to push just 2 buttons, the green and the red one. His grandson helped him read messages. He couldn't even send SMS.
So who sent the text messages to the other suspects on Yuri's phone? Georgian police say he did, just before he was arrested, at what they say was 9 p.m. But Yuri's family insist he was arrested an hour earlier and would have had his phone taken away.
Here is just one of the obvious blunders of the spy thriller. Georgian authorities claim that Russian citizen Skrilnikov crossed the Georgian border with a fake passport on a fake identity. They also say they never set eyes on his real passport and haven't seized it. Meanwhile, here is the photo from that ID, with a stamp. Question, where did they get it from?
Fighting their corner is SOS Russia, which says it's the first time they've dealt with such a gross violation of human rights.
This is a sanctioned provocation, a political action. It's aimed to discredit Russia before the upcoming Russia-NATO summit and the OSCE meeting. Saakashvili wants to attract attention to him and his super-secret services. But we want to tell him, you can't treat old men just like this. They are innocent. You can't jail them just because they're Russians.
Relatives are now appealing against the charges and hope that their high-level lobbying of NATO and OSCE countries will get them justice. Ekaterina Grachova, RT, Moscow.